Hi, my name is Jeff Tucholsky, and I'm one of the deacons here at Shepherd's Heart. I'm back again to continue the discussion on how we can all grow in our discipleship. In the last video, I said perhaps one simple and straightforward way to be a better disciple and a follower of Jesus would be to look at what he actually commanded. Remember that disciple, literal translation, is learner, and you may recall the many times the 12 disciples called him teacher or rabbi. I thought, therefore, that first we could look at the Greatest Commandments and then link them to the 10 Commandments. A number of sources I found linking those two break the 10 Commandments into two groups. The first four are linked to the Greatest Commandment, Part 1, which is love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. So I'm going to recite a very shorthand version of those first four using the vernacular of the King James Version, because that's how I learned them. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. And remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. So the second group consists of the last 6 commandments that embody the second part of the Greatest Commandments, which is love others as you would love yourself. I'm not going to recite those here at this point. So when I think about the first few of the 10 Commandments, I often forget that 1 and 2 are actually separate. The no other gods before me and no graven images. See, in my brain, I kind of combine them to have sort of the same meaning. And in our day, I think we often do not follow them because we have other pursuits or idols that get in our lives that we, if not literally, but practically, put before God and then our relationship with him, and keeps us from honoring God and following these commands. So for today, I want to focus on what we can do to love and honor God per the Greatest Commandment, Part 1, and therefore following Commandments 1 and 2 of the 10 Commandments. I'll leave Commandments 3 and 4 perhaps for a different discussion. So first, let's look at the Greatest Commandment, Part 1. How can we more consistently love and honor God in our daily lives? I think this is both one of the easiest and hardest commands to follow. I think we do acknowledge and thank God for what he gave for us and what he gives to us and for his agape, unconditional love. And I think we desire to return that in the same way and show it in how we serve other people in his name. And we also demonstrate our love and our honor to God when we all come together on Sunday or other days for praise and worship. But what about the in-between? The some 50 to 100 hours we're not actively engaged in worship and in service. How do we more consistently keep the Lord in the front of our mind, honoring him, giving him the credit and thanks for all that we have, and then returning that love that he gives to us? If this is a change we desire, it will take discipline and practice. Now, very interesting, discipline and disciple come from the same root word in the Latin. I'm going to pronounce it discipulus, and it means, again, learner or also pupil. So what is discipline in our discipleship? Well, I think it's consciously doing or practicing more things in our lives that grow, strengthen, and show our love and honor to God. Well, I researched some ideas, and I also thought about this on my own. So what are some things that we could do, some practical, maybe albeit not easy, ways to make and keep God a priority in our daily lives? And I'm sure you can think of many too, and I'll just kind of recite some of the things here that I thought about. We could read the Bible and pray first thing in the morning. I know a lot of people do that before the day gets going and our daily tasks seem to take over. And then we could plan to stop at times and pause to reflect on what we prayed about and read in the morning. And we have electronic tools now that can help us do this by just giving us a ding on our phones to say, hey, it's time to stop and pray, it's time to stop and reflect or read the Bible. Now, if you like music and you listen to it on a regular basis, maybe you can make it Christian music, at least in equal parts. Every time you begin an enjoyable activity, sports, dancing, attending events, shopping, or whatever pursuit you truly enjoy, take time every time to pray and give thanks for it and give thanks for that joy in your life. If you're working still, pray at the beginning of the workday and at certain points throughout the day. And that at work, if something good happens, praise and thank God. Hey, get a bell like Jen's and give that praise and glory to him. God is the provider for all we have. It's because of him, and we need to give that credit to him. Likewise, when you achieve or recognize for an accomplishment, whether at work or some other time, don't let pride take you away from God and then lavish yourself with this self-adoration. Again, give credit and thanks and praise to God. How about praying and thanking God every time you get in your car, and not just when you are the passenger? Perhaps a visual reminder, a picture of Jesus or a cross that you could put on your wallet, your screensaver, your fridge, your remote control, or the dashboard of your car. And I'm not talking the plastic Jesus, although, now think about that, maybe that had some merit in that regard as well. Or something solid that you can touch and also you can look at. And I'm thinking maybe like Vern's coin that he talked about a couple of weeks ago. Or a cross perhaps on your keychain. You can look for opportunities to serve more. And it's not to make yourself feel better, although you might, but do it to honor him and show his love to others. And then what the opportunity allows, you can tell them about it, why you're doing it, and a little bit of your testimony. Again, I'm sure you can think of other ways as well. The key is to take a step, take another step, then repeat the step. And this will help you in this direction of being a better disciple and following at least this first command, greatest command that Jesus gave us. And then you can begin forming or reinforcing your good discipleship habits. So next time, we'll look more specifically at the idols that we have in our lives that keep us from honoring God and putting him first. And then if time allows, we'll get to the Greatest Commandment Part 2, the 10 Commandments 5 through 10. Until then, thanks very much for your time and God bless.